What's up, everybody? It's your boy Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with the WWC quarterfinals. And just like we'll make a quick little note, just like I said in the AP video, it's very early in the morning for me right now. I'm tired, so if I start yawning and stuff like this, just ugh, just note that. But we're here for playoffs, dude, and I am very much excited. We're going against Matt and the Winnipeg Jellicents. As you can see, my team, Matt pretty much brought the exact same team. Unfortunately for him, due to school and stuff, he was just going to have a hard time to fully build. So he decided to only bring the exact same team and kind of just change a couple of sets on his mon. So very unfortunate because I would have liked to see Matt brought his best team, which I know he would have brought double water versus my team. He could have still had brought potentially Aerodactyl versus my team. We don't know. But I think everything else pretty much was going to be the same except for Incineroar being there. So, who knows? But you guys can hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Shocker crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. So, I'm very looking forward to this. So, let's go ahead and just get into the battle right here. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Gigalith. He's going to leave with his Incineroar here. I'm going to go for a body press as he goes with the U-turn here. And the reason why I body pressed there is because in case he stayed in and wanted to knock off or go for something else, body press was guaranteed at the range from the calc I was looking at from a defensive set. Body press was still doing over 50% to Incineroar. So basically, what's gonna happen is he's gonna get his rocks up. I'm gonna go for body press right here, and now I'm gonna go right into my Stalin. He's gonna click Scald right here, and unfortunately doesn't have the burn, which now makes my Stalin pretty much useless. As I'm going to go for a work up here as he's going to go Incineroar. I'm just going to have to sack off my Muskie here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the return. He's going to go for like 24%, which is not really that great. He goes for Flare Blitz, which I'm a little shocked he went for. I think if he had Dream Punch, he'd go Dream Punch. But I'm going to go for the sub as he reveals Endeavor. So he was an Endeavor set. But now I get a free Earthquake here. And now in comes the Landorus. I go for Iron Head. And I do now a flinch, which makes up for the burn, which balances out the hex now. He's got a U-turn, which is just not enough to break my sub. I'm going to Iron Head, and I'm going to Iron Head again. Now, the reason why I Iron Head that one time is because, for one, he was not physically defensive Toad. He was Spadef Toad. And I went with Iron Head just on the off chance he had swapped something into, like, Rose Raid, potentially Tapu Lele, or Aerodactyl, or even into Landers expecting me to go for Earthquake. So I wanted to go for something that could either guarantee a kill or really chunk something out because with the damage I was doing, he was more of a Spadef Toad. He wasn't like bold, impish, or whatever. He was like I think either could Spadef, maybe offensive with max HP, because he was only really screaming like max HP to me from his side, and pretty much a Spadef boosted nature, with just no Fizz Death investment. So I don't know what Matt wanted to change on this. I don't know if maybe it was the same exact spread he used on his last Seismitoad. I don't really know. But nonetheless, we got rid of Seismitoad, which pretty much now means Dracovish wins. So all I really need now is to chip Roserade just a bit, and then if it's max defense, if it's not max defense, then basically after some chip, I was basically gonna win this game with Dracovish hands down. So in comes the Rose right here. Gonna Giga Drain me here, which did a bit decent chunk. I don't know if it was gonna be a roll. I didn't actually look at if it was really offensive or not. But Earthquake has a chance to knock this thing out, just like 96 to 100. So basically, if I get a low roll, I don't knock it out. But if I don't get anything but a low roll, I pretty much just guarantee knock it out. And I do, and he just lost his answer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sack off Drill. There's no reason for me to keep Drill around because Drill does not win me this match. Drill honestly could have 6-0'd and won me there, but I decided not to risk it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sack off my Gigalith, bring in my boy Dracovish, and Mr. Vish, he's going to click some buttons. As I'm going to go ahead now, keep clicking Vicious Ren, and I'm going to win this game. And Matt had completely forgot about Sandvish. He literally forgot about Sandvish, which I can't believe. Which I mean, it kind of makes sense that he forgot about Sandvish. It's kind of been like it's not written on the doc rules, so I think sometimes people forget. But the the Sand Rush abusers have really went in. First, my most successful mon and X Control went in, and then Mr. Vish said, "You know what? I want some of that spotlight too. Let me click a button." So I kind of wish I did bring Bandit now. Bandit would have been really really good, but I think like if you look at the circumstances of how this match needed to go, I couldn't bring Bandit. By the way, if you guys were wondering, I actually couldn't bring Hidden Power this week on my Dracovish, which is really, really sucky and stupid. And if you may be asking yourself, wait, why am I complaining about that? I forgot that Gen 8 Pokemon can't learn the move Hidden Power because it's none of their move pool range. So that tech of Hidden Power Grass, yeah, that wasn't gonna work. So I was very upset because I really, really wish it was gonna work. So, I was so upset. But nonetheless, we move on to the semifinals. We'll be heading into the top four and finishing the top four if it's where we end up. I'm hoping we can make a championship run in. I'll go ahead and just talk a little bit more about what could happen next week. So basically, also by the way, guys, by the time you see this video, it would be probably a been over a week or so, or just a little under a week. We actually are waiting to post the replays and stuff after the week on like the beginning week of November is when videos are gonna be posted and replays will be posted because that's when you're gonna officially start playing your games. We just played early just to play early, so but we're holding off on posting it. So there's that. But in the playoff rankings, we will either be facing off in a rematch against Acorn or Miles and his Beartix. I don't remember what kind of Beartix team he had, so I'm just gonna just say his Beartix. And I'm really hoping Miles can pull off the upset because my matchup versus Miles is a much, much more better versus Acorns. Be granted, I think the matchup versus Acorn is in my favor. I think what just happened was I was an idiot and clicked Explosion way too early when I could have probably had potentially beat him and actually did some stuff. But who knows? But I do believe I could have won. I feel like I really could. So if I get a rematch versus Acorn, I know what to do, and I pretty much know exactly what. I pretty much know exactly what he can bring. He said he was kind of limited because he didn't want to bring Nancy at all, and he changed that. So definitely some stuff I could see him changing versus me. And then stuff that I can say. I might change a few things as well. I don't know yet. But nonetheless, I definitely am hoping that we get Miles more of an Acorn because Miles gives me probably the best matchup and pretty much can keep me in control. Acorn kind of gives me that balance match, but I think my matchup still is better versus him. But still going to be something I have to be on the lookout for. But I'm not gonna go ahead and ramble for hours and hours and hours, but basically to give you guys kind of the picture when it comes to who I would face in the next round and who I kind of want to face in the next round. Either's fine with me, but I would want Miles to pull the upset wins because my matchup versus Miles is much more easier, and I can pretty much not say I guarantee beat him, but at least say I can really kind of have the control of the match. But I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy your day, night, or morning. But I have been Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog. We are going to see you guys in the semifinals of WWC. But until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog. I'll see you guys later. Peace.